I want you to get ready. Only thing I want you to do is to be ready. This is the broadcast that will talk about open and honest conversations every time we come live. I want you to get ready. Get ready, prepare yourself. Things happen all the time. There's always things coming at us. Get ready, strap your seatbelt on real tight, and get ready because you are embarking in. This is
The Raheen Ashimi Show.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Raheen Ashimi Show. I'm your host, Raheen Ashimi. We're gonna be here with you. We're not gonna be here long before you. And I want to let me say hello to a few people. Good morning, Big Chase. Good morning, Kelvin. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning. Good morning. I'm thinking it's the morning show. Good afternoon. I'm sorry. Well, I guess it depends on where you are. But anyway, we're gonna talk about a few things. We're gonna get on out of here. We're not gonna be before you long. We do have the phone lines open. If you want to be a part of the conversation, you're more than welcome to give us a call at 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. We're going to talk today. What we're going to talk about today is relationships. We're going to talk about relationships and what are the ingredients to a good relationship, and what are some of the things that would totally outside of cheating, outside of the obvious. We know cheating, maybe lying, and different things like that. But what are some of the things that would actually destroy a relationship? 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call. Let us know. Like I say, the phone lines are open, and I'm just having open and honest dialogue right now. I want to talk about relationships. What is it that would totally destroy a relationship from the start? What are some of the red flags that you may see? You meet that person that you think is that special someone, person that you think you want to spend the rest of that you think you want to spend the rest of your life with. What are some of the red flags that could come up, that could pop up in the beginning to make you think, that to make you know that maybe I need to pump the brakes just a little bit? Jamie, good afternoon, Jamie. I keep saying good morning like it's the morning show. Good afternoon, Jamie. Jamie, give us a call. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. And why is it that a person could see those red flags, and it's almost like they become red flag collectors? And when I say red flag collectors, they collect the red flags. They see that they're there, but they continue with the relationship until they find themselves in a place of hurt, mistreatment, abuse, and all kind of different things. Why is it? 508-924-3521. Are you? Let's talk about you. Have you been a red flag collector in the past? Maybe you're not that person anymore. Maybe you've grown. Maybe you've grown past that. Oh, below, see if I catch you in a lie. How do you? Oh, how do you know it's a lie? How do you know it's a lie? Unless you go through the process and evaluate and evaluate and investigate. You may want to believe that person. You may even believe that person to be truthful. And sometimes it takes time. It takes your time. And sometimes you waste your time with the wrong person. And you find out 6 months, a year, a couple of years in, a few years in, that be no been let me hold on for a minute. Let me see this here. So I can read and make it. Beloved say, I know the truth. Yeah, yeah, we all do. We all think we do. But there are some people that's gonna come along. Please come to Angie Training. I don't know what that is. Somebody say coming to Angie Training. Amazing family. Hello, amazing family. We all think that we know the truth, but at the same time, we've all been lied to many times over. And so my thing is, I was going to go somewhere. I don't think I want to go there right now because it'll take us in a whole different direction. But my thing is this right here. A lot of times, we see those red flags. We see those red flags and we ignore those red flags because we like the person. If we're really going to talk, is it that we like the way that person looks? We like the way the person, oh, she's so, oh man, look at this, man, she's so fine. The girl fine as I don't know what. Woo! Woo! And we overlook some of those red flags. We overlook them. She looks so good. Or ladies, you be talking about he's so handsome or whatever the case, and you overlook some of those red flags. Or is it the way that they touch us sometimes? The way that they touch us, does the way that they touch you make you overlook some of those red flags that's out there? The way that they touch you, you know what I mean? We grown folks. You know what I mean when I say the way that they touch you. Some of the things that they do to you during your intimate moments make you overlook some of the red flags. Oh, I was told to make sure I tell y'all to double touch on that screen, double touch the screen, TikTok, double touch that screen. Send me some of those hearts. Send me some of those hearts and some of those gifts and things. Opinion, I don't know what that is. Mian Quam, I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. I'm sorry, but let's talk about relationships again. Let's get back on task. We're talking about relationships. What are some of the things that would make the relationship doomed from the start? What are some of the things that would make the relationship not worth pursuing? I mean, you saw this person, you got with this person. It's something about this person that intrigues you or drew you to them like a moth to a flame. It drew you to them. What is it that will make you turn away just as fast? Is there anything? Or are you the kind of person that say, I will give anybody a chance? I give anybody a chance. And some people feel that way. I give anybody a chance. And yes, it's not a bad thing to give a person a chance, but at what point? At what cost? At what cost are you willing to give a person a chance? At what cost what are you willing to sacrifice? If anything at all, what are you willing to sacrifice in the pursuit of finding that happiness? 508-924-3521. 508-924. Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community experience. Okay. Okay. And it's telling me to encourage you all to share the broadcast. Make sure you share the broadcast and give us a call. Again, 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. What is it that will make you? I mean, let's talk. Let's individualize this thing. What is it that will make you pursue a relationship that you know is not healthy? Is there anything that would make you pursue a relationship that you know is not healthy, that you know is not of the best interest? Why is it that, and I asked this question earlier, why is it that we sometimes would just overlook? We'll just overlook certain things. We'll overlook certain things. Certain things are very good. Okay. Beloved, I think I know what you're talking about over there. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And because this is grown folk conversation, is sex enough? Is sex enough to make you turn a blind eye to some of the things that they do? Have you ever been in a situation where you know you need to walk away, and you do, you walk away, but sometimes 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, you roll over in that empty bed, and you roll over where that cold spot is, where that body that used to be in the bed with you used to lay. Is that enough to make you lower your standards or overlook certain qualities or imperfections that person have? Beloved said, if you lie to you, that's enough to cut them off. Is it? So, beloved, you're going to tell me that you have never been in a relationship with an individual and that person lied to you, and you're gonna say you never forgave them? You because of the fact they lied to you, you never forgave them at all. They lied. The relationship is over. And say if you had invested some time, how much time would you have to have invested in that person for you to turn a blind eye and say, okay, you made me tell you lied to me. Don't lie no more now. Now you lie again, I'm gonna leave you. And then 10 more lies later, you're still there. 10 more lies later, you're still there. We have a tendency sometimes to overlook certain imperfections that people have. We have a tendency sometimes. Good morning, correct. Good after. I'm saying good morning like it's the morning show. Good evening. Let me see. Let me follow. Okay, follow you back. Good deal. I want to The phone lines are open. And so if you are available, a few minutes, call in and tell me what are some of the things, what are some of the telltale signs that the relationship is not for you? What are some of the telltale signs that no, I forgive. Yeah. No, and be love say no, I forgive, but I see the flags. Are you a flag collector? Do you collect those flags? Or do you take heed and say, look at here, I can tell, I can tell that this is not the type of situation that I want to be in. This is not the type of situation that I want to invest my time in. You're not worth my time. You're not worth my time because it's quite obvious that you are not the kind of person that I want to be with. How many punches do you have to take? How many gut punches? And when I say punches, I don't mean physical punches, but how many gut punches do you have to take before you recognize and realize that this is not for me? This is not for me. If you've invested, say 5 years, 5 years, you've invested 3 to 5 years with this person, and you've given them time, a chance after chance after chance after chance, but yet and still they continue to not be the person that you want. Hey, Nene. We're talking about relationships today, and we're not going to be here long. We're going to probably be about 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops. We're not going to do a full hour. But I just wanted to open up the phone lines and give a person an opportunity to call in. How do you know that the relationship is not worth you pursuing? How do you know that the relationship is not worth you being a part of? How do you know that the relationship is not worth you staying in? Okay, Beloved said no, but I put effort in the situation because it's not a problem. Hold on now. Let me read that one more time. Make sure I understand. No, but I put effort in the situation because it's not a problem. Are you talking? Are we still, Beloved? Are we still talking about lying? Because you said that if a person lied to you, that's it. The relationship is over. But now you're saying that no, I put effort in the situation because it's not a problem. What are we talking about here? Are we talking about lying? Or are we talking about the relationship? What exactly are we talking about? Give us a call. Beloved, give us a call. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call. Let me see what you're talking about because I'm not really clear as to what you're saying right there. It's not really clear to me. Relationships are complicated. Yeah. On one of the platforms, they say relationships are complicated. And yes, they are. They're very complicated. And it takes a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of understanding. And sometimes you have to be very forgiving. You have to be very forgiving. If you want that relationship to work, you have to be very forgiving. And just like you have your shortcomings, person have to be willing to overlook yours. You have to also be willing to overlook their shortcomings. But what happens? Let me ask you this question too. What happens? Oh, Beloved said that part. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But what happens if you're loving this person with all that you have? You're giving them all that you got, every ounce of you. You're giving it to them, but they say to you that you're not loving them enough. They're used to having someone to love them more. Now, if you're giving them all that you have nothing else to give. Should that person be able to accept that and know that you're giving them all that you have and be happy with the relationship? Or should they pursue somebody else that could give them the amount of love that they want? Would you want that person to stay with you if you're giving them all that you have, yet and still they're still telling you that that's not enough? That's not enough. I need more. I need more. Would you be the person that will walk away from that situation and say, well, I'm giving you all that I have. I don't have any more to give you. If you want more, you may have to find it somewhere else. You may have to find it elsewhere because I'm giving you all that I have. I have nothing else to give you. I have nothing else to give. Would you be willing to have that conversation with that person and walk away? Would you be willing? And look past, and how damaging could that be to you? How damaging could that be to you to hear somebody say that you're not loving me enough? You're not loving me enough. You're not giving me what I need. And you know that you're giving them all that you have. You know that, your every thought is of them. Everything is tied into them. Everything is tied into them. But yet and still, they can look at you right in your eyes and say, "You're not giving me enough. You have nothing else to give." Are you strong enough as a person, as an individual, to walk away? To say, go find your happiness, go find your and you go find your peace. Tell them to go find their happiness, and you go and find your peace and your peace of mind. Love is hard sometimes. Love is absolutely hard sometimes. And you have to be willing to know when is. That's a sentence, right? Isn't that a sentence? You got to know when is and when to walk away. If you're giving them all that you have and it's not enough, what do you get more from? Now, is that the time where you start to change who you are? Is that the time where you start to change exactly who you are and become somebody else? Becomes another person to please that person in the way that they want to be pleased. If you change you, if you stop being you, now at what point who's going to be you? Let me ask it in that way. Let me see it that way. If you stop being you, who's going to be you? I don't think it's worth. I don't think it's worth you giving, you just changing totally who you are. Now there are some things that you could change that that's not gonna make a huge difference. There's some things that you could change. There's some adjustments that everybody have to make in relationships. There's some adjustments that we all have to make. We all have to make. That's just what it is. Because if you deal with one person, you have to deal with this way because that person is this and they're used to this, and you want to make sure that you both conform to the newness of the relationship, to the newness of it. But my thing is, how much are you willing to give up? Well spoken. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Y'all got me talking about myself, man. Somebody call in 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. I'm gonna tell y'all something. My grandmother, she's gone home to glory now. And she always told me that, boy, you sure can't talk. She's always telling me that, boy, you sure can't talk. Now I could talk. I could carry the conversation a couple of hours by myself. Ain't nobody got to call in. I could just talk. But it's nice to have somebody to talk to. Right now, it's like y'all got me talking to myself. Wait, are y'all listening? I hope y'all are listening. 50 be love laughing at me. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. How complicated are relationships? How much sacrifices do you have to make in relationships? How much do you have to be willing to give up? How much are you willing to change about yourself to make it a successful relationship? And is it successful at all? If you're changing who you are, is it a successful relationship? If you're changing who you are? Let me see. Shared. Okay. Thank you, Blast. Thank you for the share. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And why I can't get none of them little hearts? Y'all double tap that screen or something like that. Give me some of them hearts. Let me know y'all listening. Are y'all in agreement? If y'all disagree with what I'm saying, that's why I call and let me know. I could be totally off base. So if y'all agree, give me some of them hearts. Hit that, double tap that screen. Give me some of them hearts. Some of them little fancy thing to go across the screen. Give me some of that. If you disagree with me, give me a call. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Now, ask this question. The person that you are today, and all the experiences that you have had, life experiences that you have had throughout this existence, would you deal with some of the things you dealt with as a teenager? Would you deal with some of those same situations? If those situations that you dealt with as a teenager that kept you crying in your pillow at night, heartbroken, hurt, totally torn up, would you deal with some of those things today? How much time, how much energy would you give it? How much energy would you give? The things that had you crying as a teenager, and we all had our moments. No, I ain't too much crying with nobody as a teenager. But anyway, everybody else had their moments. I wasn't the crying type. But anyway, that's just me. Would you deal with some of those situations as an adult? And if you ran into a teenager that was going through some of the similar situations that you went through as a teenager, what advice would you give them? What advice would you give them in regards to this thing called relationship? This thing called having that special someone. Is that special someone really special? Or have they just clouded your vision as to who they really are? Have they just clouded your vision? Are they really that special? 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Phone lines are open. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your heart. Let us know what you're thinking about this conversation, talking about relationships. What is the greatest relationship you've ever seen? What is the greatest relationship that you've ever seen? A real or fictitious relationship? I'm gonna tell you something. I used to love, and this is not real. This is all created. It's written down, and I know this is a TV show. It's not real. It's not reality. So they say. But that relationship that Cliff and Claire had, Cliff and Claire, boy, that was a good that was a good relationship they had. Because the communication was there. They dealt with different things. They dealt with it on a mature adult level. Some say that show could not be real because you ain't gonna have no black doctor and no black attorney together and being as successful with the family and the kids and all that stuff, the grandparents, all that stuff, all intact. But why can't it be reality? Why can't this Black History Month? Why can't it be reality? I say I love the image that it put forth. Shoot, truth be told, I love the relationship that James and Florida had. I love the relationship. They dealt with some issues. They overcame a lot of issues, had them fight through it, but they did it together. So, good question. Let me ask you this question. Who do you think had a better relationship? Heathcliff and Claire or James and Florida? For the people that's not clear, Good Times or The Cosby Show? Who had the best relationship? Heathcliff and Claire or James and Florida? I'm waiting on some responses. Hey, Bella, how you doing, Bella? Who do you think had the best relationship? Who do you think had the most secure relationship? Not financially, because we know financially, Heathcliff and Claire, they had plenty of money. So we're not talking about finances, but who do you think had the most secure relationship between those two? Heathcliff, Claire, The Cosby Show, or James and Florida, Good Times? Though they're on two different spectrums. And I think that's a very good question. I don't know how I would answer that, honestly speaking. I would probably have to now financially, you would definitely say Heathcliff and Claire. Financially, you would say that. But my thing is, I think who had the most secure relationship, I would say would be James and Florida. Cody had to fight and struggle together. They fought through a lot. They fought through a whole lot, but they did it together. Had all kind of issues. And finances wasn't the biggest part of their issues. It was a part of it, but I don't think it was the biggest issue that they had. They had to deal with keeping that family together, living in the environment that they lived in. They was up against a lot, gangs and drugs and all kind of different things. They lived in the projects, man. And that's reality. There's some elements that come in the projects that a lot of people do not want to subject their families to. There's a lot that goes on in them projects, man. There's a lot of people that's trying to make it, and they doing whatever they feel they have to do to make it. And if it costs you, it costs you. But they have to keep food on the table, keep them lights on, keep the rent, and a lot of times I seen a couple episodes on Good Times where the eviction man, he came. One episode he was right there, ready to move the stuff out the door. He was about to put their stuff in the hallway. That's not an issue that Heathcliff and Claire ever had to worry about, or it's the way they sold it anyway, the way they showed it. It's nothing they had to deal with. We might talk about this on the Morning Glow. Which one has had the better relationship? Probably gonna do it Wednesday. Who had the better relationship? Heathcliff, Claire, or James in Florida? What time is it? Okay. I'm gonna stay here until 30 to the 30-minute point, and then I'm gonna shut it down. But like I said, I was only gonna be here. I thought I was only gonna be here about 10, 15 minutes, but I've actually already been here for 24 minutes. So I got 6 more minutes to go. 6 more minutes to go. Good morning, Melissa Aries. Good morning. How are you doing? Blast, what's that? Blast AB. Good morning. I'll say good morning. Lord, I think I'm on the morning show. Good afternoon. I'm sorry, y'all. I be so busy during the daytime, man. Sometimes I'm saying good morning like I'm on the morning show right now. This is afternoon. This is what is it? 5:31. So good evening. I guess I should be saying good evening. Good evening, everybody. But yeah, but seriously, man, we're talking about relationships, man. The relationships could be rough. It could be rough. It could be hard. Some people are, it's been so hard on them, whereas they say that they don't even want to be in a relationship no more. They just rather be by themselves. And what is that? When you're by yourself, do you is it lonely? Is it lonely? Do you battle with a sense of loneliness because you don't have that other person in your life? I was gonna say something else, but I change it up. That other person in your life. How important is that? Some people say that they've been by themselves for so long, they're happy. They found peace when they didn't have to deal with somebody else, when they didn't have to deal with a outside entity, another person, another individual. And so they found peace within that. They didn't want to they didn't want to have to deal with having to deal with somebody else. What you think about that? Is that the best way to go? Oh wow. See, I got so much stuff going on in my head. After after you get out of one relationship, how long should you stay by yourself before you pursue somebody else? Because I know some people, man, that they don't want to be by themselves 2 days. 2 days. Much less a week or a month or a year. Man, please. They don't even want to hear that. So my question is this: after you end a relationship with somebody, what should that grace period be before you even think about pursuing a relationship with somebody else? Should it be a week, a month, 6 months, a year? How much time does it take for the heart to heal and for you to go into a relationship with a clean slate? Or will you ever go into a relationship with a clean slate? If you go into the new relationship after, let's say you waited for, let's say 6 months to a year, and then you meet somebody and you're about to go into a relationship. If they do something, just this new person don't know your ex, do not know your ex at all. But if they do something that reminds you of what that your ex used to do, is that a red flag to you? The intentions could be totally different. The intent could be totally different. But if they do something to you that mirror what your ex used to do, and it may have been a part of why y'all broke up, is that a red flag to you? Do you judge this new person on what your old person has done? Do you judge your new person on what your old relationship has done or did to you? And you start looking at them crooked eye. You know how y'all get sometimes, y'all look at somebody crooked eye. Y'all look at somebody side eye in a minute. Uh-oh. And you cut the eye to the side. Uh-oh. You know how y'all do? What was that? What was that? What'd you just say? Say it again. Say it. And now you and now you're ready to fight. You ready to fight? Man, you ready? You got your boxing gloves on. You know, put petroleum jelly on your face and grease your face down. Man, you put the mouthpiece in, and you ready to go to war. You ready to go to war. And the only thing the person asks you, well, did you want a slice of pizza? What do you mean pizza? Pizza what? No, fool. They ask you, do you want a slice of pizza? And I tell you, man, a lot of times, man, we become too judgmental because of our past hurts, and people say that those are what's that fancy word they use that word they use in counseling? Triggers. Yeah, that's what it is. They say that you have certain triggers. And if a person come to you and say certain things, or I got this one friend. He said, man, he cannot deal with a young lady that wears a certain perfume. If she have on that perfume, he said he ready to just break it off with her because his ex that broke his heart, that really broke his heart, wore that perfume. That was her favorite perfume, and she wore it all the time. And nine times out of ten, if she acted up or treated him in a bad way, treated him in some kind of way, 9 times out of 10 she was wearing that perfume, and he got used to the fragrance. And if he smelled that fragrance, it takes him back, catapults him back to the relationship that they had. So his new girl, whoever he deal with right now, his new girl, she can't wear that perfume. If he go in there, she got that perfume on his guy, you got to get rid of that. You got to get rid of that. Now, is that fair to the new woman? Is that new to his new young lady that she have to throw his, and she may love it too. It may be a good fragrance. It may be something that just smell good and something that's real popular. So should she have to get rid of that because your past relationship, treated you bad and wore it? Why she treated you bad? I say again, relationships could be real complicated. Relationships could be very, very complicated. Very, very complicated. Okay, I'm looking at the clock and it has been 30 minutes. I said I was going to be, well, actually, it's been 31 minutes. I said I was going to be here for about 10, 20, 30 minutes. It's at the 30-minute mark. We didn't get any call-ins this time, but maybe next time we'll get some people to call in and join into the conversation. I really enjoyed being here with you all. I really enjoyed talking to you. And I hope I shook something up in you, in a way that you will look at this thing in a more positive and productive way. In a more positive and a productive way. But right now, we're about to get out of here, and I want to thank you all for joining us. And more than that, I want to thank you for allowing DK Media Group and Associates and the Raheen Ashimi Show for being a part of your day. It is now, what time is it? 5:37. You're about to exit the Raheen Ashimi Show. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us because we are certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. And we shine some of this light on you from the Raheen Ashimi Show. Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in, and let your light so shine. If you get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Have a great day. Take care of each other, and please, please, please be blessed. Talk to you tomorrow morning on the Morning Glow, if God says the same. Love ya. And give somebody some love and truth. They would appreciate it, and I'm sure that you will as well. Have a great day, y'all.
Ready? I want you to get ready. Only thing I want you to do is to be ready. This is the broadcast that will talk about open and honest conversations every time we come live. I want you to get ready. Get ready, prepare yourself. Things happen all the time. There's always things coming at us. Get ready, strap your seatbelt on real tight, and get ready because you are embarking in. This is
The Right